children. They'll threaten my parents. I've had to remove every single social tie. I had severe PTSD from this. I contemplated suicide. It got really bad. You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying. I'm so sorry. It's overwhelming. It's really hard.
Which I think is the fairest way to express it, was fucking trash.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Jazzbro Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose. Happy Wednesday. Well, what do we learn in the last 24 to 48 hours? Unlike the old adage, if you can't beat them, join them, now it's become, if you can't beat them, ban them. We've seen a number of conservatives getting kicked off of social media platforms, particular one, Twitter, from Tucker Carlson, Charlie Kirk, the Babylon Bee, and of course, now, Libs of TikTok. Now, for those who don't know what Libs of TikTok is, it's basically a site where you have liberals uploading to TikTok, spouting off nonsense, garbage, even hatred towards you, and now with Groomergate running around, your children. But after getting kicked off of Twitter twice, the creator of TikTok continues to come back. So much so that now you have a national newspaper stepping in and doxing the creator and its family. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. This is from Nolte. Washington Post seeks to blacklist Libs of TikTok with wildly dishonest story. With the obvious goal of having her blacklisted, the far-left Washington Post wrote one of the most dishonest stories you'll ever read about the woman behind the viral Libs of TikTok Twitter account. The piece is written by a far-left extremist named Taylor Lorenz, a middle-aged woman who is, in my opinion, a hipster douche who became a public laughingstock over a recent cable news appearance and saw her break down into melodramatic hysterics. Like everyone else in corporate media, Lorenz is a neurotic activist and not a particularly bright one. Here's the video, dim-witted crying bully posing as a victim of, quote, severe PTSD. Yes, she used PTSD over online criticism of her objectively terrible reporting.
I've had to remove every single social tie. I had severe PTSD from this. I contemplated suicide. It got really bad. You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life.
Don't cry.
And it's so
You're going to make me cry.
And terrifying.
I'm sorry. I had to hold back the tears. Well, so much for the feminist movement making women stronger. In her lengthy McCarthyite attempt to see Libs of TikTok Twitter account blacklisted, Twitter has already suspended the account twice. Lorenz deliberately obfuscates, the only piece of truth that matters. All Libs of TikTok does is disseminate information. All Libs of TikTok does is take things like Libs have already published publicly and tweet them out to a wider audience. That's all she does. That's all she's guilty of. Libs of TikTok does the following. She finds TikTok videos, embeds them in her Twitter account, and hits enter. That's it. That's all. All Libs of TikTok does is disseminate TikTok videos to her 650,000 plus followers. This is called journalism. This is called public service. Sure, she sometimes adds a short comment to the video, but it's not her comment that becomes newsworthy. Instead, what becomes newsworthy are the countless videos she finds that reveals leftists saying insane things, and I'm going to go with also stupid, moronic, and buffoonish. Things so insane that for a long time I thought Libs of TikTok was a parody account. I'm sure you're not the only one. I did as well. In short, what Libs of TikTok does is so vital to public service, expose leftists in positions of influence, especially educators, who openly brag about how they are abusing the position to groom and sexualize young children behind the backs of their parents, hence the reason why DeSantis stepped in. But unless you're familiar with the Libs of TikTok Twitter account, you would never know that after reading Lorenz's fantastic Washington Post piece. In fact, Lorenz goes out of her way to write around and around and around the pertinent fact that does so in an obvious effort to smear Libs of TikTok as bigoted, homophobic, and therefore in need of cancellation. Quote, Libs of TikTok repost a steady stream of TikTok videos and social media posts, primarily from the alphabet people, often including incendiary framing designed to generate outrage. Videos shared from the account quickly find their way to the most influential names in the right-wing media. The account has emerged as a powerful force on the internet, shaping right-wing media, impacting anti-alphabet legislation, influencing millions by posting viral videos aimed at inciting outrage among the right, which of course is bullshit. The anonymous account's impact is deep and far-reaching. The content is amplified by high-profile media figures, politicians, right-wing influencers. Its tweets reach millions, with influence spreading far and wide, more than its 635,000 Twitter followers. Libs of TikTok has become an agenda setter in right-wing online discourse, and the content it surfaces shows a direct correlation with the recent push in legislation and rhetoric directly targeting the alphabet community. Oh, you mean that wonderful law in Florida, which basically says, yeah, you're not grooming our kids. That one? Libs of TikTok is basically acting as a wire service for the broader right-wing media ecosystem, says Ari Drennan, Alphabet Program Director for Media Matters, of course, another trash site, the progressive media watchdog group. It's been shaping public policy in a real way and affecting teachers' ability to feel safe in their classroom. No, and I'll add on one more. No. Again, Libs of TikTok does all that it does is repost videos of leftists who already posted insane videos that reveal who they really are and the disgusting things they are doing to small children. Facts. What's more is that if you're unfamiliar with the site, it's hard to read Lorenz's piece and not walk away believing Libs of TikTok is engaging some sort of misinformation. Haven't heard that one in a while. Campaign. But all she does is repost videos. That's it. Using the vernacular of the internet, all she does is posting videos of libs owning themselves. The power of libs, TikTok comes not from the comments that sometimes accompany videos, but the videos themselves that expose the behavior that ranges from odd to disturbing to perverse to blatantly immoral and or abusive. Here are some recent examples.
Also, if young people are initiating sexual activities with adults or enthusiastically involved, we can't be effective in working with them if we assume that all such relationships start with a predatory or criminally inclined adult.
This is a tool I use to teach students about gender and sexuality. First up, we have sex assigned at birth. This is what the doctor says you are when you come out of the womb. It should be based on chromosomes, hormones, and genitals, but most time doctors just look at genitals.
Hi, my name's Az, and I'm a preschool teacher. So my classroom celebrates diversity. It's probably my favorite thing to teach. We usually use kids' books to talk about this kind of thing. Recently we started wearing pronoun pins, and the kids get to pick a new pronoun pin every... We have some...
This is sickening. Fucking clownish. Visit the Libs of TikTok account and you will find endless streams of horrifying garbage, and it's all real. And the fact is, it's real is what makes groomer enablers at the Washington Post so angry. The Post sickos do not want this behavior exposed. The Post groomers enablers want to allow groomers to be allowed to violate the innocence of children in the safety of the dark. When the Washington Post came up with the slogan, "Democracy dies in darkness," it wasn't meant as a warning. Instead, that slogan is the Post's goal, which is why the Post seeks to destroy a viral Twitter account that's doing good work of exposing the very worst kind of wrongdoing, the abuse of small children. Only a sick, twisted fascist would object to what Libs of TikTok does, which is exposing the truth. Quick aside, it is not the doxing for the Washington Post to seek the report seek and report the woman's name behind the Libs of TikTok Twitter account. Her name is, I'm not going to mention, and though her stated desire is to influence public debate in her announcement appearances on cable news, including one Tucker Carlson, which I watched this morning on my feed. She appeared last night, on telephone. That's just how it is. She has every right to want to remain anonymous, but it's not the doxing to identify someone who has volunteered to become a public figure. In my mind, the news that the woman behind Libs of TikTok, just an everyday person and not some political organization, makes what she's doing even more impressive. For a so-called journalistic newspaper as Washington Post to get involved, for Bezos to get involved in this nonsense, is absolute trash. Where you have one Taylor Lorenz who is an absolute clown. She's a joke, a moron, and of course not to be taken seriously, which of course those are common sense, like we do not. But for her to shoot her mouth off and say that she has been doxxed in the past, and yet in the very same breath goes to the family of the creator of Libs of TikTok to find out where she is. So in her fact, she doxed as well. Talk about the pot calling the kettle. But once again, all the creator of Libs of TikTok did was post what's already there that you can do, that I can do. Post videos of who these libs truly are. These are very, very disgusting people. Very, very hated, or should I say, people full of hate towards you, towards your conservatism, your libertarianism, your way of life. And of course, sadly, they're coming for your kids. Or should I say they're already here. But more power to her, and I hope she sues the shit out of the Washington Post and Taylor Lorenz that she is a bottom feeder. And yes, she is. So I hope she continues to get trashed, because pretty much you are what you are. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.